A very good morning to Dr. Nur Nadia binti Norin. I'm Dinish Anandan. Today I would like to talk about introduction. Okay, this study is mainly about to analyze the impact for Malaysian economy concerning the increase in the inflation rate, unemployment rate, and the growth of the external sector in the second quarter of this year, 2020.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Ahmad Ibrahim bin Muhammad and my metric number is A19A0012. And I will tell about cause of issue effect on economy in Malaysia. The main cause is falling oil price. Basically, the decline in oil price was associated with an oversupply of oil driven by US shale oil production. Today, US oil production reached 9 million barrels per day and is expect to reach 10 million barrels a day next year. According to a report by the Federal Reserve, this increase in expectation which will continue to take place over the next 2 years. In the event of oversupply of supply, the world lowest crude oil price may soon be recorded. However, predicting to low price of this commission is not an easy task. Some analysts expect the price will continue to fall to $14 to $16 per barrel. To address the problem of excess crude of supply, one of the initiatives that can be taken is to reduce current crude oil production. The next cause is unemployment. The worldwide COVID-19 pandemic, including Malaysia, is a health crisis in the threat the surviving and the well-being of human life. The Malaysian Institute of Economic Research estimate that the movement control order implement will be effect 2.4 million job or 15.7 15.7% of the entire workplace sector. A special study of COVID-19 effect on individual and economy published by the Department of Statistics Malaysia on April 9, 2020 found that almost half of the respondents admit to job loss. The outbreak Bank Negara BNM also predicting an increase the employment rate to 4.0% in this year compared to 3.3% in 2019. The next cause is Malaysia gross domestic product contract. Aggregate investment also contract 5 consecutive quarter due to declining public and private investment. In addition, as a result of weak internal demand, Malaysia export of goods and service fell 3 quarter consecutively to 7.1% to the lowest decline since the global finance crisis in 2009. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you to my college's friends for explanation about the factors. Now I'm going to explain about the impact to economy. Alright, in March, our country was exposed to the worldwide spread of the COVID-19 virus, which is a very dangerous and potentially deadly virus of any age. Therefore, on March 18, Malaysia was ordered to carry out a movement control order (MCO) to reduce the spread of the epidemic and prevent all citizens from getting involved. This kind of control has had a huge huge impact on our nation's economy because the community cannot do a good job for contributing to the country. So there are some effects on the economy of the country. First of all, the effect of the first economy was the inflation rate. Inflation means an increase in the general price of goods and services in an economy over time. Alright. Inflation also reflects a decline in purchasing power due to the decline in the value of a currency in an economy. So given the inflation rate, it will do little to help boost the country's economy. However, following the outbreak of the COVID-19 outbreak in March, it has forced both locals and foreigners to comply with the Movement Control Order MCO issued by the ministry. As long as the MCO takes place, the economy activity or source of income of the community is stagnated. Because people cannot do their job well, they face difficulties in their income to support themselves and their family. Therefore, the government has declared that prices of goods and other resources will be lower. Because of the decline in prices, it is called deflation, whereby the general price decline of goods and services occurs. The downward spike in prices has caused problems for the country's economy. For example, everyone already knows that Malaysia is a place for oil production. With the fall in oil prices, it will cause outsiders to take advantage of cheap oil prices. So there, oil sales are not going to make a lot of profit, or in other words, not worth it, causing the country's economy to fall. Next, the economic impact we see in the decline in business processes. Many have found that the business sector is one of the activities that can contribute to the economy, which in turn contributes to economic growth by benefiting from sales. However, with the outbreak of the COVID-19, it forced everyone to comply with the Movement Control Order MCO, resulting in a decline in the business sector. Because all societies need to adapt to the MCO, it does little to slow down economic activities that will lead to a slowdown in the economy. The MCO's need to comply has led to business affairs between countries and other countries experiencing issues such as communication to deal with. We all know that this process of communicating is very important in any matter, and that in communicating we can convince someone to do business with us more and more in business. For example, Malaysian countries always do business with foreign countries, such as raw materials, electrical and electronic product, for food and more. So if this happen, it will stifle business, because it is difficult for foreign countries to know the information and look at the quality of goods or services from our country before they buy them. As such, it will have little impact on the economy of our country. Next, I will pass to Shamimi to explain about two others impact. Thank you.
Thank you, Intan. Besides that, the effect of the economy is tourism. Almost all countries have introduced travel restrictions to prevent the virus from spreading. Other countries and regions have imposed global restrictions that apply to all foreign countries and territories. The United Nations World Tourism Organization estimates the global international tourist arrival might decrease by 20 to 30% in 2020. Many tourism around the world need to close, such as museum, park, and sport venues. Also, because of this, all countries will face a problem in economy. Last but not least is unemployment rate. In pandemic, many business need and been forced to close and to reduce operations because that an increased number of people are expected to lose their jobs. In April, Department of Statistics Malaysia (DOSM) do survey on the impact of COVID-19 to economy. Many people lost their jobs. At the same time, in global, the International Labour Organization (ILO) give a description: almost 25 million workers will lose their jobs and will lose their revenue. almost 3.5 trillion if the virus can control, because of the people can support their families because not have income. The country will spend money to give to all people to bear the expenses in pandemic season. That means economy can decrease if the virus not controlled.
Selamat sejahtera, my name is Awai Chiam and today I will present about the conclusion of our assignment. Due to the pandemic happen around the world, we can see a lot of countries have a problem with their economy. The conclusion is to find the solution to overcome the economic financial problem. First, the government can incentivize households to become more energy efficient and balance power usage. The authority would need to manage the grid system by promoting a more equitable distribution of power during the day. The move toward increased energy efficiency in home can also have a positive impact on the economy. Next is the government can collaborate and educate the public on the energy reduction measure. The government needs to collaborate with the public and provide guidance on how energy reduction measure will be benefit in both in short term and long term. Therefore, the government can reopen the economy and relevant authorities can be continue to provide detail on preventing the spread of COVID-19 and seek out a way how public can reduce energy usage and become more mindful climate change. And my last point is the recovery of economy is recovery without jobs. This jobless recovery was caused by a mixture of globalization and digitization. This is because the government will use advanced technology to replace the labor. The jobless recovery can increase the marginal return from hiring labor. So this will accelerate the infrastructure spending, improving the productive capacity of the economy. That's all for me. Thank you.